Welcome to the Weekly Homicide Report, the weekly program where we talk about all the people that needlessly died at the hands of another person. So let's take a look at this week's graph. Chicago had 15 homicides last week, their second week in a row with that number. Philadelphia had 10 murders, their first time with double-digit homicides in 4 weeks. Baltimore had 7 homicides. This is about their weekly average. Milwaukee had 5 homicides. This is the most they've had in 9 weeks. Milwaukee as a city is 39% black, but 85% of the murder victims are black. Washington, D.C. had 3 murders. They are at 193 for the year, and the city is jumping for joy with a 9% drop in murders over last year, when they had 212 at this time. And I talked last week about how Minneapolis is altering numbers on their website and dropped the total by 2 last week. I did not change my number. I kept it at 74, even though the website had said 72. And since the site added 1 this week, so will I. It's 75 in my opinion, although the site says it's still 73. There were 4 mass shootings last week. I covered the Macon, Georgia one, which was the only one that resulted in a death. 4 in 1 week is the lowest weekly total since I started keeping track in early March. We've had 622 mass shootings this year. That's an average of 1.8 per day. So 4 is really good. 6 children under the age of 11 and 21 between the ages of 12 and 17 were shot and killed last week. To date, 300 children under the age of 11 have been killed by gunfire, and 1,275 between 12 and 17. That's well over 1,500 kids under 17 killed by gunfire just this year. There were 20 defensive use of a firearm incidents. I covered a couple of them. There have been 1,085 reported defensive use of a firearm incidents this year, which is an average of about 3 per day. We unfortunately lost 3 police officers in the line of duty last week, all 3 dying in automobile crashes. 53-year-old Detective Sergeant Frank Gualdino of the Yonkers, New York Police Department, Deputy Sheriff Jose De Leon of Warren County, North Carolina, and 38-year-old Border Patrol Agent Raul Gonzalez Jr. Well, that's all I got for you today, but I'll be back next week with the week 50 numbers. Until then, have a great week, and I'll catch you next week. Support this channel and pick yourself up some original crime-related apparel. Look for the link in the description.